Today I'm going to show you an oil change in a 2008 Acura RDX. This should be the same procedure for all first generation Acura RDXs. The first thing you want to do is pick up 5 quarts of 5W30 synthetic oil. I like to use the Mobil one, it's what I've always been using. And if you go with the big jug at Costco, it's a little bit cheaper. You can get the 5.1 quarts, and this is just good enough. You can dump the whole thing in, or you can go with 5 of the smaller 1 quarts. Now for the oil filter, you're going to want a 7317 number, and I like to go with the cheaper oil filters, the cheapest ones possible, and the reason for that is because they're a little more porous. They don't filter the oil quite as good, which means that you're going to get a better oil flow through the filter. The more expensive ones, like the Fram Extra Guards and the Super Guards and all that, they're going to be a little bit more restrictive in terms of oil flow, and that's to get a better filtration on the oil itself. Which I don't like. I like a higher performing oil system, and I like the more free-flowing oil through the system. It's going to give you a little bit better performance on your oil system. So if we come over here to the car, we'll go right underneath. You're going to need a 17 millimeter for the pan bolt. I'm already starting the draining here. And let me just kind of zoom in on the pan bolt right underneath here. Alright, so there's where the pan bolt is, and then right behind that you can see where the oil filter screws in. Now here is the pan bolt itself. And let me get a better shot of that. And that's just a 17 millimeter. And there's a washer on the other side, a copper washer. I never replace it. I don't feel there's any sort of need to replace that. I've never had any issues. And again, just right behind the pan bolt, which we're letting the oil drain here, is the oil filter. It just screws in right there, so it's pretty straightforward. And remember, when you first start this, you just want to loosen your oil cap there, loosen that so there's a good air gap, make sure it can wobble, and that's going to let all the oil drain out without creating a vacuum sort of in the engine that kind of keeps it in there. So that's it for oil change. I'm just now about to dump in put the pan bolt back on, the new oil filter, and then I'm going to dump in the 5 quarts. The only other thing you want to keep in mind is when you screw this on, you want to make sure you get a bead of oil with your finger around that rubber seal and get it nice and wet so that it'll make a really nice seal. It won't leak. Alright folks, that's it. That's your oil change for the 2008 Acura RDX. Do it yourself. It's easy.